of what I know about why we should read the Bhagavad Gita. This is the theme that I have chosen today. My topic will be why read Bhagavad Gita. And yes, I'm going to share a few things on it. So to start, let's sing the Jai Radha Madhav, and then we'll do the Mangalacharan. Okay, if anybody wants to follow me, they can. Thank you. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Sari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Yamuna Tiravana Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Radha Madhava Shri Radhe Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gura Hari Bol Nitai Gura Hari Bol. So now I'll continue with Mangalasharan.
Yes, Mataji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chaitanya-manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Mahyam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Suyita Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaisnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahakanarajnasambitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sirita Kamhitam Cha Shri Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Sapta Kanchana Gaurange Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Pritibhanu Siti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevata Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Pasyatadi Satarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So dear devotees, please kindly forgive me, my throat is not too good. I think I've been talking too much. So with your permission, I would like to start my discussion. As I stated before, I have chosen this topic, why read Bhagavad-Gita. So am I allowed to start?
Yes, Mataji, please start.
Thank you. So my topic is why I was debating on, because when I was asked to give a talk, I was thinking on what should I talk, and there's so many topics out there. So since we are reading Bhagavad Gita on Saturday, so I decided, I said, okay, let me try and talk about the Bhagavad Gita itself. Okay, so today, so this is my topic, and to begin with, I will ask, let us see what is hold on. Okay, what is Bhagavad Gita? This is my question. What is Bhagavad Gita? Can anybody give an answer, please? No?
So it's a song of God. Gita is song. Bhagavad means God's song.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. So, Srila Prabhupada said, Bhagavad Gita is just like a cow, and Lord Shri Krishna, who is a cowherd boy, is milking this cow. The milk is the essence of the Vedas, and Arjuna is just like a calf. So the wise men, the sages, and the pure devotees are to drink this nectarian milk of Bhagavad Gita. And this is also the 6th verse of the Gita Mahatmya. We will see it later during the discourse. So Bhagavad Gita is a manual of life. Whenever we buy any appliances in our house, it can be a phone, a laptop, a TV, a vacuum cleaner, dishwasher, dryer, anything. We have a manual coming together. And then before we start using the device, right, we read the manual so that we know how to operate properly, right? I think everybody has that experience. Similarly, it is a duty of each and every individual to read this manual of life, the Bhagavad-Gita, so that we can operate perfectly in life. But unfortunately, many people don't even take it. When you give Bhagavad-Gita, many people don't take. So furthermore, as Prabhuji, you have just mentioned, Bhagavad-Gita is a song of compassion of Lord Krishna. Gita means song, and Bhagavat means God. It is a dialogue between the Lord and his devotee. So in order to assist the devotee to make decisions during difficult times, by explaining the nature of our existence, the world we live in, and the Lord's position. Over the centuries, this holy book, this Bhagavad Gita, has uplifted many spiritual consciousness. Many, countless souls have read this, and they have perfected their life. So it is a summary of all Vedic knowledge, which is so vast that only Lord Krishna, Swayam Rupa, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, he could summarize all the scriptures, that also in only 45 minutes on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So the Vedas come from the breathing of Lord Vishnu, who is an expansion of Lord Krishna, but Bhagavad Gita comes directly from the lips of Lord Shri Krishna. So what kind of knowledge do we get from the Bhagavad Gita? We get the Vedic knowledge. We get the Vedic knowledge from the Bhagavad Gita. So there are lots of explanations on the screen I have put there. So first, we get Vedic knowledge. And then you get the Shruti, which is the revealed absolute truth, and where every word is unchanging, unchanged eternally. These words, for the Shruti, there is no change in the word. Whereas Smriti, they are composed by sages, and wordings may change from age to age. And there are lots of scriptures, examples of Vedas, Upavedas, Samhitas, Upanishads, Tantras, Pancharatras, Puranas, Itihasas, Vedantas. So they are all Vedic knowledge, Vedic literatures, and they are vast. But for us, Vaishnava, we are only concerned with we're interested in only Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Prabhupada has kindly translated for us as it is. He hasn't changed anything. So they're bona fide. They're all bona fide, and we should follow in the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada. So now this Bhagavad Gita is divided into the division of Bhagavad Gita. It is divided into 18 chapters. The first 6 chapters describe Karma Yoga. The next 6 chapters describe Bhakti Yoga. And the final 6 chapters define Jnana Yoga. Right? And so here we see, so this is a division. So we see that Bhakti is Rahasya. Rahasya means very secret. And it is in the middle. Bhakti is the essence of all scriptures. In Bhagavad Gita 15.15, so Shri Krishna says, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivisto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedesta sarverahameva vedyo vedanta kritveda videha eva chaham. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. Right? So, and then karma and jnana yoga, they are inactive. Without bhakti, they're inactive. Hence, they're surrounded by both. Bhakti is surrounded by both. Bhakti gives life to karma and jnana yoga. So, and then generally, we do not disclose anything which is secret until we become intimate. Hence, out of respect, bhakti is placed in the middle. So most important is kept in the middle. Example, we know when the king is traveling with his army, the king is always protected. He's in the middle. So here we see bhakti is protected. So now, let's move to the division of the verses. Yeah, we have the division of the verses of Bhagavad-Gita. And we know Lord Shri Krishna, he narrated 574 verses. Arjuna narrated 84 verses. Sanjaya narrated 41 verses. And Dhritarashtra, he narrated 1 verse. Right? And Bhagavad-Gita is composed of 18 verses. And the essence of all the Vedic philosophies are composed in these 18 verses and 18 chapters, 700 verses. And they have so many titles in there. And the longest chapters are chapter 2 with 72 verses and chapter 18 with 78 verses. And the shortest are, I think, 12 and 15. They have 20 verses each. Otherwise, most of them have 30, 35, 29, 46, 41. That's most of them. And here also, it speaks a lot about, we will go through all of them, whatever the Bhagavad Gita is going to be used. And so what do we get from Bhagavad Gita? What do we learn from Bhagavad Gita? What do we get from Bhagavad Gita? Let's see. Here is what we get. We get jewels from the box. Right? So we get Vedic knowledge. We don't need to read the vast Vedic literatures. So Shri Krishna is so merciful and he is non-different from Bhagavad Gita. He is accessible to us through the Gita. Just as there's no difference between the Lord and the Bhagavad Gita. So whenever we are reading the Gita, it's as if we are conversing with Lord Krishna himself. So he's accessible to us, all of us. And it's very easy. It's just like when we're carrying our cell phone everywhere, and we get news. News is of the whole world at the tip of our finger. Just press a button on the phone, and we get all the news. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita is a portable temple. If we cannot go to temple due to some reason, we can still connect to the Lord by reading any chapter of Bhagavad Gita at any time, in any circumstance. Just pick the book and we read. So now we know that real knowledge never changes. The knowledge of the Vedas is unchangeable because it is based on the absolute truth. And 5,000 years ago, that truth was summarized by Lord Shri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, which is the essence of the Vedas. The Bhagavad Gita contains the values needed to make our life meaningful. So what do we get when reading the Bhagavad Gita? First thing, we get information when we read. Here in chapter 9, text 34, Lord Krishna says, Man mana madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru Mam evasyasi yuktevyam atmanam madparayanah. As transition goes, engage your mind always in thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances to me, and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. So when we got this information, then what do we get? We get purification. We get purification, which gives us force and strength. So in Gita Mahatmya, it is stated, Maline mochanam punsam jalasnanam dine dine sakrit gitam phasi snanam samsara malanasanam. One may clean himself daily by taking a bath in the water. But if one takes a bath even once in the sacred Ganga water of the Bhagavad Gita, for him the dirt of material life is altogether vanquished. So after getting the purification, now we get transformation. When we are purified, we transform, right? So what happens? Dualities are removed. And what happens? What do? We choose Madhav over Maya. And again, I'm going to recite quite a few verses here. Again, in Bhagavadgita 8.14, Lord Krishna says, Ananyasitaha satatam yomam smarati nityasaha tasyaham sulabha partha nitya yuktasya yoginaha. For translation, for one who always remembers me without deviation, I am easy to obtain. O son of Krishna, because of his constant engagement in devotional service. So, when we are constantly engaging, thinking of Krishna, chanting his holy name, it's easy to attain Krishna. And then, what happens? After that, we get correction. We correct ourselves, right? Here, in Bhagavad Gita 6.35, says, Sri Bhagavan Vacha Asamsayam Mahabaho Mano Durnigraham Chalam Abhyasena Tikonteya Vairagyena Chagrihyate. So Krishna said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and detachment. That is a promise of Lord Krishna. Then we get conviction. When the Lord has said like this, we get conviction. He's trying to convince us, yes, you should not be worried. We get assurance when he says that to us. And here, this is a famous verse, I think everybody knows, 1866. He says, Krishna declares it, Sarvadharman parityaja mam ekam saranam braja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma suchaha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. So Krishna, he assures us, so we should not be worried. Then what comes? Then comes perfection. We start getting perfect, right? So here, chapter 12, verse 2, Lord Krishna says, Shri Bhagavan Uvasya Maya Veshya Mano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Saddhaya Parayopeta Teme Yukta Tamamataha. So, the Supreme Personality of Godhead says, those who fix their mind on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be the most perfect. Then what happens? Then automatically we get satisfaction. We are satisfied. And here, Krishna again in chapter 3, verse 17, he says, Yastvayatma ratir eva syad atma triptascha manavaha atmanyeva cha santushta tasya karyam na vidyate. But for one who takes pleasure in the self, whose human life is one of self-realization, and who is satisfied in the self only, fully satiated, for him there is no duty. Then obviously we get protection. And obviously, Lord Krishna is protecting us. Every time something he's saying, he's giving us what is going to happen in our life, what we can expect while reading the Bhagavad Gita if we have the right association, the right, we learn it through the right eye, we understand it, we study it. So then he says, we get protection. And here, chapter 4, chapter 7, he confirms, Lord Krishna confirms, yada yada hi dharmasya, the famous verse, glanir-bhavata bharata abhittanam adharmasya tadatmanam vidamyaham. So he says, whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise in irreligion, at that time I descend myself. So you see here, Rupa Goswami said, whoever worships Lord Krishna will not get affected. Problem will be there, but we will get the knowledge to overcome them. Krishna's Paramatma sitting in our heart will instigate us to act accordingly. So here we see that, yes, we will have problems, but then challenges will come. But Krishna will be, as Paramatma sitting in our heart, he will say, he will give us that knowledge. Because challenges will be always there in life, because this is a material world, right? We live in a material world. But Bhagavad Gita teaches us how to cope in this battlefield of life. We learn about the position of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and then also we learn about the position of the Lord. We learn who are we. We are spiritual souls. And we know Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 is full of information on the topic meaning the soul, full of information about it. And also about the material nature, about the influences of our behavior, what the cosmic manifestation is, and how it is controlled by these 5 things here, as we see. So, what the cosmic manifestation is and how it is controlled by Kala, eternal time. Why we act the way we do is due to our karma. And now we will see this is the 5 subject matters of Bhagavad Gita. So everything is within limit of time. There we see there is Prakriti, there is Kala, there is Jiva, there is Swara, there is Karma. So everything is within the limit of time. The time moves under the direction of the Lord, who is therefore not within time's limit. In Krishna's abode, there is nothing like time, and Krishna is not controlled by time. So the subject matter of the Bhagavad Gita entails the comprehension of the 5 basic truths. Here they are. The first, science of God, is explained. Then the constitutional position of the living entities, the jivas, is explained. There is Ishvara, which means the controller of the living entities, but he is not controlled. He controls everyone, but he is not controlled. The living entity is being controlled in every respect, at least in this conditioned life. We are all being controlled. So we also see Prakriti, material nature, and time. So we get the knowledge of the duration of existence of the whole universe and the manifestation of the material nature. So karma, activity, is also discussed. The cosmic manifestation is full of activities in which all living entities are engaged. Now, I would like to ask a question, please. If anyone can answer, it would be nice. So there are 5 subject matter. Out of the 5, 4 cannot be changed. They are the 5 basic truths. They are eternal. They cannot be changed, right? But one of the 5 can be changed. 4 cannot be changed, but 1 can be changed. What is that one?
Karma can be changed.
Thank you, Mataji. So, yeah, only karma can be changed. We can change our activity if we desire. If we desire to change our karma, then we can. But until and unless we get the knowledge from Bhagavad Gita, we cannot, we don't know. We don't, because even if we take our own lives, before, I don't know about you are young, maybe you know about it, but me, I have come to know Bhagavad Gita like in 50s, when I was 50 years old, maybe older. So then when we have this knowledge from Bhagavad Gita, we study it, we understand, and we take it on board. We start living our life according to what the Lord has said in the Bhagavad Gita. Then we start thinking about karma. We think about who are we? We are not this body, we're spirit soul. What are we doing here in this material world? Where do we come from? Where do we have to go? These questions come again and again. Then we start taking life seriously, and we start thinking that yes, I don't know, from time immemorial we have been coming and going different bodies, and we have been doing so many sinful activities. We have been like everybody else, just eating, making, sleeping, and defending. That is all we have done, like animals. Now we can change. If we keep doing our karma, we don't change it, we still get entangled and getting involved in the material world, getting entangled more and more, and we'll go back into 8.4 billion species of life, rotting again in this material world. So once we get this knowledge, then our desire will arise to change our karma. We know if I cheat someone, I'll have to come and pay this interest, compound interest. If I do bad about someone, if I hit someone, if I steal something, anything, we will have to come back. Then we stop doing these things that was normal for us before. Before we came to Krishna consciousness, those things were normal. Everybody was doing it. So it was something normal for everybody. So now let's see who is qualified to read the Bhagavad Gita. Who is qualified to read the Bhagavad Gita? Everyone is qualified to read the Bhagavad Gita. However, to understand the Bhagavad Gita, we need to take steps. What step we need to take? We need to take it up in a spirit of devotion. If we don't have devotion, no need to read. We have to have the learning mood. If we don't have the mood to learn, we waste our time. We should be like an empty vessel. An empty vessel that is ready to absorb as much as possible. If somebody is helping us, so we are ready to absorb as much as possible. Oh, okay. So, and also we should be have an open mind, and we should be submissive to our Shiksha, Diksha Gurus, and to our senior devotees who are trying to help us. We need to have patience, determination, and enthusiasm. If these are not there, no matter how long we spend, we will not be able to read and understand the Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, the Gita will remain a mystery, even if we study it a lifetime or more. So that those things should be clear. So whether one is sinful or sinless, Bhagavad Gita equally uplifts everyone. Bhagavad Gita doesn't say, okay, this sinful person is reading me, I shall not give my knowledge to that, I shall not reveal myself. Bhagavad Gita is just like the sun. The sun evaporates both urine and water without discrimination. When the sun comes out, it doesn't say, oh, that is urine, it is dirty, it will contaminate me. No, the sun evaporates both equally and the sun is never contaminated. In the same way, everyone is eligible to read Bhagavad Gita whenever possible. And now let's see what is the purpose of the Gita. The purpose of the Bhagavad Gita is to take us out of this temporary material world. It's to perfect our existence. It is to teach us the reason of happiness and distress, to become free of fear. Teaching all this to us is to transform our consciousness. Because as I just mentioned before, Bhagavad Gita is non-different from the Lord, because the Gita is the Lord himself, is the Lord's song, and it is a gift to all of us. The Lord Sri Krishna loves us more than we can imagine, and he wants us to go back to him. Thus, it is the road map to Golok Vrindavan, right? It is a GPS, as we would say. So, here, why is it so important? Why Bhagavad Gita is so important? You see, when we start with chapter 1, Arjuna reveals all his problems. He's just talking to me. And Lord Krishna, he didn't say anything. He just stand there and listening. He didn't say anything. Similarly, we think that we know what we need to become happy. And we want the Lord to fulfill our desires. So Krishna is silent. Krishna cannot, he can hear everything as Paramatma in our heart. He understands whatever we need, whatever we desire. He knows everything, right? So we are not, when we are talking, we're not asking like Krishna, like Arjuna is asking. But Arjuna realizes that his problem was too big, and he surrenders. He surrenders to the Lord. And here we see this famous verse again. Karpanya josho pahata sabhava prachami tvam dharma samudratetaha yakshayasya nisitam bruhitanme sisyastiham sadhimam tvam prapannam. He said, now I'm confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. But we don't do that. We don't do that. What do we do? So when Arjuna is pleading to the Lord like this, then Krishna revealed the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Then he talked to Arjuna. So similarly, when we take genuine shelter of Krishna, he will reveal the problem and the solution too. But what do? We tell Krishna our problems, and we also give Krishna the solution. And we want Krishna to make it happen. But Krishna knows what is good and what is not good for us. Thus, the first chapter is very important as it reveals the problem. And the first verse also is very important because it is very important here because it starts with a great question. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharma kshetre kurukshetre samavetaya yudhavaha mamakaha pandavasaiva kim kurvate Sanjaya. Translation, Vishral says, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do? So Dhritarashtra is eager to know what his sons and the sons of Pandu are doing. He is anxious. He wants to know what is going to happen. Because Kurukshetra is a pious place of pilgrimage. It is a place of dharma, of righteous. He also knows that his sons are sinful, whereas the son of Pandu or pious. He acknowledges right from the beginning that his sons are going to lose a battle, but he needs confirmation. He wants somebody to reassure him. As a king, he doesn't need advice from a charioteer. But here in this situation, he wants to get assurance. He's showing like he's submissive, and he has a submissive attitude and asking Sanjaya to guide him, to help him. He wants to be reassured. He becomes very humble. Usually we do not take chapter 1 seriously because Lord Krishna doesn't speak therein. But we are all like this, Surah. Our vision is covered with material vision. So we need spiritual help. Just like the Surahs needed, we need. So now let us see why we should learn Bhagavad Gita. Why we should learn Bhagavad Gita. This is to show Krishna that I am serious about wanting to understand you, Krishna. We want to understand Krishna. So if we're, usually I have grown up in community of like many other religious people, right? But I remember when I was growing up, all the little children, the Muslim children, before 5 years old, before they start the primary school, 5 years, they could recite all their from their Quran. They could recite all the slokas from there, and it was something strange for us how their parents are pushing them, and if they were not able to recite or read, they were being beaten. And as for us, nothing. We didn't even know if Bhagavad Gita existed. It's for me, at least I'm talking about myself, not about others. Maybe others, you have read it from very young ages, but not for me. So young kids, 5 years old, they could recite the Quran. So if we if we ask them, they would say, yes, our children know. So why don't we, Hindus, Vaishnavas, why don't we know the Bhagavad Gita, the verses? Our children, I'm asking about children. I'm too old now. But I'm asking about young children, right? Why don't we know our road map to life? So by following the instruction of Bhagavad Gita, one can be freed from all anxieties of life. And one next life can be spiritual and sublime. By reading Bhagavad Gita very sincerely, then by the grace of the Lord, the reaction of our past karma, past misdeed, will not act upon us fully. One may cleanse oneself daily by taking a bath in water, but if one takes a bath even once in the sacred dangerous waters of the Bhagavad Gita, then the dirt of material life is altogether vanquished. I already said that earlier on, and at the end also we will see that verse will come. So there is a saying, I don't know if anyone knows about the saying. On the battlefield, usually soldiers will tell their friends, the more we sweat in peace, the less we bleed in war. Meaning, when we practice bhakti, when the situation is calm, favorable, then we will be able to face and deal with the challenging situations when they come. So now let's see, how should we read Bhagavad Gita? There are no hard and fast rules and regulations when Bhagavad Gita can be read and studied and applied into our lives. But there are some useful guidelines. These are like personal instruction to us. We need to have enthusiasm and eagerness should be there. We should offer prayers to Bhagavad Gita before opening the Gita, like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We should read the Mangalacharan or the Gita Mahatmya. This will help us understand that this is a sacred act that we are performing. And Gita is non-different from the Lord, and thus He will accept our sincere prayers. Also, we should read in association with devotees who understand the purport of the Gita, and preferably devotees who follow a bona fide spiritual master, Vaishnavas in the Vaishnava Sampradaya. Otherwise, it can be poisonous if Gita is explained by a non-devotee, because they will twist and turn and put their own meaning to it. We don't want that to happen. So we should study with sincerity to know and understand the Lord. We should try to read the verses in Sanskrit so that we get a habit. We get a habit and the art of pronunciation, which I don't have. I don't think I could ever pronounce nicely. I don't know. So we should read the word-to-word translation to understand the meaning of each word. Read the purport. They are very important. Srila Prabhupada has painstakingly written them for our benefit. After reading each chapter, we should try to make a summary indicating how the particular chapter can influence our life in a spiritually meaningful way. That is for ourselves, not to show people or give people or tell people I've done this. No, for our own benefit, we try to note down. So let's read Bhagavad Gita and encourage others to regularly read so that we can make the Gita part of our daily life. So lesson from Bhagavad Gita, we need to reestablish our lost relationship with Lord Krishna, who is our eternal Father. We have forgotten that completely. So let's reestablish that relationship with him. Right? And also there are questions people ask. Will my problem disappear if I read the Bhagavad Gita? So here, problem will not disappear. While we are living in this material world, problems will always be there due to the level of our consciousness and the threefold miseries in this material world. Even if we have everything, like we know Duryodhana have everything, still there is one enemy within us. And thus there is no peace. And who is that enemy? That enemy is envy. Envy. The Bhagavad Gita will assist us to face our problems. Like if it is raining, we cannot stop the rain, right? But we can use an umbrella to shelter us from the rain. If there is mud on the road, we cannot remove the mud, but we can use some boots to protect our feet. The Bhagavad Gita will teach us all this. I know some people will say this is logical, but there are many, many more things that are logical that we are unaware of until we read the Bhagavad Gita and we find the right solution. So here, Arjuna on our behalf, he has asked questions. He has asked the Lord for guidance, and the Lord is providing this guidance very beautifully to enable us to understand our own challenges. Arjuna also questions the Lord whenever he has a doubt, so that our own doubts can be addressed. Arjuna was in Mahabhagavata. He knew everything. He was staying with the Lord all the time. But he was put into confusion by the Lord, so that he could ask the questions and we can benefit from it. If Arjuna could be put into confusion, what to speak about ordinary human beings like us? We are put into confusion nearly every day, every minute. So here, why the Gita was spoken on the battlefield? Lord Shri Krishna could have spoken the Bhagavad Gita maybe in a temple or in a cave on the banks of the Ganges or in a palace. He was a king. But then we would have the excuse that the Gita is not applicable to us. So Lord Shri Krishna spoke it on the battlefield because our lives are also battlefields. We are all struggling in this life. amidst our daily battles, we can also take shelter of the Bhagavad Gita, which was spoken with commotion around both the Lord and Arjuna in the middle of the battlefield. Right? Sometimes people say that they will read Bhagavad Gita when they are old or when their problems go away. However, we can die at any minute. Nobody knows what time, any moment, and our problems never go away. If today we solve one problem, tomorrow 10 will wake up, 10 will come. We think that, okay, I've solved this problem. No, we have so many problems. It's kind of brewing, coming, and then sprouting again. So, because this material world is not permanent, and it is called Mrityu-loka. It is called Dukhalayam Shaswatam. Mrityu. Death, as I said, death can come anytime. As we know, death is sanctioned by the Lord. Not all the time. Not all the time. Because there are untimely deaths that happen daily, like people committing suicide, accidents, shootings, so many things happen. So the Gita, in fact, will enable us to face the problems and the inevitable with solution. Krishna says the solution is not to run in the race, right? It's not, the solution is not to run away from the race. It's to run in the race. When we run in the race, that means that we can take the challenges. We don't run away from it. Suppose some people drown themselves in alcohol. They say, I have so many problems, so drink. They drink and they go to sleep. Fine. Problem is finished for now. When they wake up, problem double, triple. Because then what happens? They fall sick, cannot wake up, they are not fresh, they cannot go to work. Now, there was one problem, so they took another problem to put inside, and then multiple problems just came in. So here, so let's see why. Okay, why we should read the Bhagavad Gita as it is. So there are many, many translations of the Bhagavad Gita. Each one has the opinion of the author. Example, they put color or pictures, which may be tainted by the author's personal speculation and interpretation, because as I just said earlier on, that we give our own, people give their own interpretation to the Bhagavad Gita, to the meaning. And I always say the thing that when we read something, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya, we should share our knowledge. Because depending on our level of knowledge, depending our understanding, we come with different angles, with different answers, right? So we share. That I don't mean from people from outside. I mean people from within the group where we are reading. So I can understand something differently. Somebody else can understand something differently. Then we share, and then we see we all are correct. There's no wrong. But understanding better than when we're sharing our knowledge, right? So Srila Prabhupada is a spiritual master in the Brahma Madhya Gaudiya Sampradaya, who, on the instruction of his guru, he preached Krishna consciousness throughout the world. Srila Prabhupada translated Bhagavad Gita as it is and other scriptures, giving the word-to-word translation. And he gave the word-to-word translation, and he translated he refers to the commentaries of the previous acharyas also. He didn't say anything from his mind. As it is, he says. Thus, Gita is not his opinion, but that of Krishna, and is supported by the whole Sampradaya, which include Lord Brahma. Lord Krishna, in the form of Lord Chaitanya, he accepted initiation in this Sampradaya. Right? And now, this is the book, how it is written. The original verse in Sanskrit, verse in English through the method of romanization, then English transliteration, word for word Sanskrit to English, translation in English based on parampara, on the disciplic succession, then purport, commentary in English based on parampara, again, on the disciplic succession. So Srila Prabhupada commentaries are based on these 4 great acharyas. They are very famous and they have studied the Sanskrit and scriptures. They are also great philosophers, commentators. Srila Baladeva Vidyabhushan, he was a great scholar in his study of Sri Jiva Goswami's Sandarbha, made him a follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was a disciple of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He wrote the famous Govinda Bhashya commentary on the Vedanta Sutra to answer the criticism that the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, people were criticizing that the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are not genuine followers of the Vedas. So because they didn't comment on the Vedanta, so that so he defended the truth at a meeting where the Gaudiya Sampradaya was pronounced victorious. And then second, we have Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, who was known as a press jewel of the Vaishnava because of his pure devotion. He was the protector, the guardian, and acharya during the middle period of the 16th and 1700s of the historical development of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. And then we have Srila Sridhara Swami, who is well known for his commentary on Bhagavadgita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and on Chaitanya Charitamrita. Also, he commented on Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, Sri Chaitanya Prabhu also quoted his writings. Sri Chaitanya Prabhu loved him so much. He would also comment on his whatever he was writing. Sri Chaitanya Prabhu accepted what he was saying. So, and then we have, as for Sripad Ramanujacharya, that was Gopal Bhatt Goswami was one of the 6 Goswami. He was a disciple of Ramanujacharya from Sri Rangam, where he met Chaitanya Prabhu, who wanted to harmonize all the sampradayas. So there he met Chaitanya Prabhu. And then here we have a beautiful stanza from Bhaja Govinda, from Adi Shankaracharya. He preached the Mayavadi philosophy, the impersonalism. So here he says, Bhagavadgita kinchitadita ganga jalalava kananika kita saradyapi yena murari samatara kriyate tashya yamena nacharasa. So if one reads a little bit of the Bhagavad Gita, drinks a drop of water from Ganga, or if you worship Murari, even for a small moment, he won't have anything with Yamaraja. And this is from Bhaja Govinda by Adi Shankaracharya. And then finally, we will go to the Gita Mahatmya here. So this one is very beautiful. Before reading the Bhagavad Gita, whoever is in the Bhagavad Gita class with us when we read for Ekadashi, they know that. And it goes, Gita Sastram Midam Punyam Yahapate Prayata Puman Vishnu Padam Avapnoti Bhaya Sokadi Varvitaha Gita Dhyayana Silasya Pranayama Parasya Cha Naiva Samdihi Papani Purva Janma Kritani Cha Madine Motanam Punsam Jalasnanam Dine Dine Sakrijitam Bhasvi Snanam Samsara Malanasanam Gita Sudita Kartavya Kim Anye Sastra Vistarahi Ya Swayam Padmanabhasya Mukha Padmad Vinisvate Bharatamrita Sarvasvam Vishnurva Vakrad Vinisrutam Gita Gangodakam Pitva पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दुग्ध गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः भोक्ता दुग्धं हितामृतं महः एकं सहस्रं देवकी पुत्र गीतम् एको देवकी पुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नमामि यानि कर्माणि एकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा. So this is, and then I think I have this is the translation also. So we know that Lord Shri Krishna is eagerly waiting for each and every one of us. Every living entity who reaches the Golok Dham, he personally welcomes them there, telling them that he has been waiting, and I've been waiting for you. Therefore, he has made all arrangements for them to be happy in Golok Dham, their real home. And the only work there is to chant the Maha Mantra and be happy. There is no birth, no old age, no disease, no death. Here is our good fortune, dear devotees. We have got all the facilities to go there. Everything is ready. We just have to get on board. We have this human form of life from where we understand, we have this consciousness, this knowledge to understand. We have the chanting of the holy name. We have the Sankirtan movement. We have devotees association. We have Srila Prabhupada's books romanized and translated in more than 70 languages. We are meeting virtually. We have good technologies to enable us for interaction. We can interact with anyone from which corner of the world to which corner of the world, right? And we have deity services. We have prasadam. We have so many facilities. If we cannot read all the Vedic scriptures, at least we should try to read Bhagavadgita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kuntaraj Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Ananda Koti Vaishnava ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Oxbridge Yatra ki jai, all of you ki jai. Thank you for giving this opportunity. If you have any comments, any realization, any questions, please go ahead. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. That was wonderfully presented. I really enjoyed your presentation. Thank you so much for that. I'm sorry, but is it too much for me to ask if you could share your slides with us on the WhatsApp group?
Oh, you're not recording this?
Who's recording it, but it's just the slides.
Okay, yes, I can do that. But you give me a little time, because I've been giving classes one after the other. Yesterday at the temple, today, and then I have Thursday, and I'm not too well, so I'll do it, but not immediately. But I'll do it for sure.
No problem, Mataji. That's really great. Thank you so much. And it was really nice to hear from you. Like, you've got so much knowledge.
Mataji, you know what? It's just we learn from others. We listen to so many classes from great devotees, from Maharajas, from others, and then from there we get little knowledge. I don't have knowledge. Even you can see my accent. I don't know Hindi. I don't know Sanskrit. I don't know any other language. I can speak French, but not the Asian language.
No, but that's really nice. Very nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. I would, anybody else want to ask questions or comments to Mataji? Gaurangi Mataji, would you like to? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji, very nice class, Mataji. I just joined later on, but I heard you mention daily life or a daily worship, how to do, we can serve Prabhupada mission. You're talking about that, Mataji. That is a very, very nice class, Mataji. I could join 8 o'clock, but I late joined. Sorry about that. Hare
It's
Krishna.
okay, Prabhuji. Mataji, you can still listen to the recordings later.
Okay, okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Gayatri Mataji, would you like to make some comments or reflections?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
It was
Krishna.
wonderful presentations and pictures and descriptions. And Indulekha Mataji, I'm so I'm so blessed to have her here with us. She
I
always
am blessed.
no, Hare Mataji. Anyway, so even when we went to the on Sunday we went to Jagannath Temple here, and she gave a discourse. It was wonderful on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also the Holika Dahan was happening at that time. She was asking us, "What did you learn from this?" And we didn't know. Like we said, like, "Oh, we have to burn all our bad qualities," but she said no, I mean that is maybe it is also true, but she told us that demigods can give us some benedictions, but that is not enough. I mean that is not, if we are not asking for the right benedictions, like how Holika asked that she should not get burnt in the fire, but when Prahalada was sitting on her lap, with when Krishna gives a benediction, that's the right one. But when the demigods give something, it can be taken away because they are sometimes we can be asking for the wrong things. So, which was really nice. And she, every time I meet her, or whenever she speaks something, I learn something new. It's always spiritually, she's taking me higher and higher, which is so nice. I'm so blessed. Thank you, Indulekha Mataji, for this course. So awesome.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. It's also you endeavor to learn. I know you really want to learn. You are very attentive to everything that you hear in classes. And I forgot about what I asked when Holika was being burnt. Now she reminded me of it. Yes, everybody was so happy. I say, why? Why are you happy about? What lesson do you take from here? She got the boon that she will not be burned, and yet she's burned. So what is the lesson here? That demigod, whatever demigod will give, that is temporary. It doesn't last for long. Whereas if you follow to Krishna, whatever Krishna will give, and Krishna doesn't give very quickly. Krishna knows what is good, what is not good for us. So whatever Krishna is, that's why we should ask Krishna. We should not ask anyone else.
Anyone else?
Material things also, you just get to finish. It doesn't take for long. We should ask for permanent things from Krishna. Take me to Golok. But I don't even ask that. I say, Krishna, wherever you want to keep me, but give me service. That's what I ask.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Hari Bol. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji, one bit that you just said is you ask for Krishna to give you service. That is such a beautiful thing to ask. I mean, people want to ask so many different things. Yes.
But
So,
Mataji, if you ask for material things, and if you get the material thing, we people go and kind of do bargain with the demigods. Oh, you give me this, I'll give you so much laddu, so much coconut, so much this. And then what is happening? We are getting those things. We're getting more and more entangled in this material world that they don't see. That Krishna sees that. Krishna says, I want this, I want this soul to come to me, not to get more entangled. That's why he doesn't give.
Amazing.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. Prabhavati Mataji, would you like to give reflection or question for Mataji?
No, Mataji, really very nice class, as Gayatri Mataji and Gaurangi Mataji said. And the importance of Bhagavad Gita, why we have to read. Mataji explained so well how we have to read, systematically. Very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much. And always look forward to hear you, Mataji, again and again. Thank you so much. We are really blessed to have you.
I like to hear you also, all of you, and I'm blessed to be among you.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Because
Like,
you give me opportunity to learn. I learn from everyone, and whenever I've got this to talk about something, I have to read to learn about it and then talk. I cannot just talk anything. So that gives me an opportunity also. Thank you everyone.
thank you so much, Mataji. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Sridhar Prabhu and is it Supriya Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. Thank you, Indulekha Mataji. It was so wonderful session. I really enjoyed your class. It was very, very nice. Very, very nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, Isla Prabhupada.
You're so humble, Mataji. And you explained very nicely, why we should read Bhagavad Gita, as everyone said. I'm not I'm telling the same thing anyway. So, yeah, I really enjoyed, you have mentioned about the classification from Vedas, the Shrutis and Smritis and all these things. So nice. Was really nice. And gave a lot of references from Bhagavad Gita shlokas. And yeah, was really nice to hear why we should read and how we should read and from whom we should read. All was very, very nice. I really liked it. Thank you very much, Mataji. We want to hear from you more and more.
Of course, Mataji. Whenever you let me know, I'll try. So that I get the opportunity to learn also, and then to purify myself, purify my Vani. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Is Sridhar Prabhu there? Does he want to say
No,
something?
Mataji. No, he left.
No worries. Amal Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Then Srila Prabhupada, very beautiful and very constructive presentation, Mataji, why we need to read Bhagavad Gita. Yes, so this is very important for everyone, even for the neophytes. They have to see and learn from this one, because we can change karma. So we cannot change Ishvara, we cannot change time, we cannot change ourselves, Jiva, and the Prakriti. So only we can change is the karma. So that is what we can learn from these things. So that is, and also Guru Parampara, as Mataji mentioned, and you have beautifully explained Shri Brahmamadva Gaudiya Guru Parampara. So one has to be in the Sampradaya. Otherwise, the mantras does not work if he is not in the Sampradaya. Those things, and also with regards to the Holika as well. Just wanted to add, when we ask Krishna any benedictions. So just one point, whenever Dhruva Maharaj asked benedictions from, he did not ask, but Lord knows what is in the heart of Dhruva Maharaj, what he was desiring. And then once he says that you are going to go to the Dhruva planet, which is not ruled by anyone else, you are going to be ruled that planet. And then later in the prayers of Dhruva Maharaj, he says that, oh my dear Lord, so one can give all his wealth and all opulences and then he can surrender. That is the best thing. But still, you give me this kind of bigger opulences, I will become the king here on that planet for 36,000 years. And then you are giving me all these things. And even though you are giving to me, like after cow giving a birth to the calf, and calf is protected by the mother by giving the milk in such a way, because I have approached you, you are giving me all these things, and also you are protecting me not falling down. So in such a beautiful way, Dhruv Maharaj mentions, so that is Krishna's Kamastaisarvata Jnanaha Prapadyanti Anya Devataha Tam Niyamam Astaya Prakritya Nita Swayam. When they approach the demigods, they will become conditioned by the nature, material nature. So that's why Krishna says, Mamyevaya Prapadyante. Just only approach me, only surrender unto me. So in such a way, you beautifully explain, Mataji. I really feel very blissful to hear your class. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, Prabhuji. Also, I would like if you can share with other people so that they can read, they can understand why we read the Bhagavad Gita. It's not like I don't want to have to get any name, any fame or anything. No, I want people to understand the Gita. I want people to know why we should read the Bhagavad Gita. We talk a lot about, we distribute Bhagavad Gita. We talk about a lot about Bhagavad Gita, but do we apply it? Do we read it? And I should not be telling you all this, but if I don't read one chapter of Bhagavad Gita, I cannot sleep at night. I don't fall asleep. That is my position. I'm not telling lies, but even a short chapter, sometimes I take chapter 2 or 18, I read half, not whole, because it's too much for me. I lost me at the night. But if I don't read Bhagavad Gita, I don't fall asleep. I hope I'm not boasting about myself, but this is the case. But everybody should feel like this, that we have to read. The day I don't read, like Sunday, I was too tired. I couldn't read, but I couldn't sleep also. I was tossing and turning, because Gayatri Mataji and myself, we had to cook and then we had to travel for more than an hour. Temple is very far. And then we had a mistake. We had so many programs there. So I was too tired. But I couldn't sleep just because I didn't read Bhagavad Gita. So I just pray to Krishna that everybody gets this feeling, this need of reading Bhagavad Gita before going to sleep. Even 2-3 verses, or just memorize few verses and recite it before falling asleep. So you know Krishna is there, that Krishna is, this person is calling me. That's what we should be doing. Please, it's a request from me to all of you. Just try to do it. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Mataji.
Usha Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Indulekha Mataji, Dhanyavad. Very nice class, Mataji, about Gita and all about how to, you explained so nicely. So it's really nice, Mataji. And then Mataji, one thing, if even though when you want to recite 2 or 3 slokas, still you have to read the Gita Mahatma, or just it doesn't need to be, Mataji?
You know, it depends. It depends. You know, when I don't read it every day, but we have to say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya before we even open the book. When we are in group, then we read the Gita Mahatmya. When we are doing for Tadashi and all, then we read. But if you want to read, there is nothing wrong. You are getting more. In fact, when we are reading the Bhagavatam, everybody is just doing the 3 verses. Narayana Namaskritya, and then the 3 verses. But before reading Bhagavatam, I like to read, when I'm giving classes, I like to read Sanatana Goswami, verse 412 to 416, the 5 verses. And that's very instructing, you know, it helps us. So similarly, if you want to read the Gita Mahatmya before reading Bhagavad Gita, it's up to you, Mataji. Because we usually do it in group. When I am on my own, no, I just say Om Namo Bhagavad Gita. Yes. Yes.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you for wonderful class, Mataji.
You're welcome.
Yes, I missed that, and then I'm gonna listen the recording one, Mataji.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you again.
Hare Krishna.
So we do 3 Haribols, and then if Mataji is okay, still to do Nashima prayers, then you can do it, or one of us can volunteer to do the Nashima prayers.
Mataji, my throat is not too good. I would like to sing, but then please can someone else do it?
Yeah, sure. So can we all unmute and say 3 Haribols to Mataji for her beautiful class? And then one of us.
Haribo.
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 Haribo. Haribo.
Any volunteers for Nashima prayer?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Usha Mataji.
Yes. Is anybody would like to follow, please?
Anybody to follow with Mataji? Okay, Mataji.
Hare
Sorry?
Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah. Okay, Gaurangi Mataji, you'll follow with Usha Mataji, yes?
Okay, Mataji. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Amoka Prabhu, would you like to please do the Narasimha?
Yes, sure, Mataji. उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्नमाम्यहम् श्रीनरसिंह जय नरसिंह जय जय श्रीनरसिंह प्रह्लादेश जय पद्म मुख पद्म भृङ्गम्
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Prahladaladadaine.
Praladadaine.
Hiranyakashipurvakshaham.
Hiranyakashipurvachahai.
Shilatankanakalaye.
Shilatankanakalaye.
Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha.
Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimha.
Yato Yato Yamitato Narsimha.
Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimha.
Bahe Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha.
Bahir Narasimha Hridaye Narasimha.
Narsimha Madim Sharanam Prapade.
Narasingamadim Saranam Prapade.
Tava Karakamala Advaita Sringa Dalita Ranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshatrita Narhari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare.
Tabakara Kamala Bare Nakha Adbhuta Singa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanavringa Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare
Keshavadrita Narhari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare
Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev.
Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj.
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev. 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
कृष्ण नरसिंहदेव भगवान की
Jai,
भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की
Jai,
Jai.
जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की
Jai,
Jai.
निताई गौ प्रेमानंदे
Hari
हरे
Hari
Bol.
Hari
Hari Bol.
Bol,
हरे
Hari
कृष्ण
Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा
Hashtag
सिन्धुभयेश्च
Vipasana
पतितानां
Pavitranam
पावनेभ्यो
Pavanebhyo
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
Vaishnavyo
नंदकोटि वैष्णविन की जय,
चंद्र की जय
महाप्रभु की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय,
Jai.
उपवृत यात्रा की जय। हरे कृष्णा। थैंक यू,
हरे कृष्ण
Jai.
हरे कृष्णा। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू हरे कृष्ण हरे
Thank you,
कृष्ण
Mataji. Hare
हरे
Krishna.
कृष्णा।